Take two. Had some technical issues before. I'm back. Hopefully you guys will be back with me and hopefully you can hear me. Let's see. Should we add the people on earlier and tell them that I'm back? So we had Utem on earlier, we had Karim. Who else did we have? We had Michelle. Who else there? And Mr. Ganimal as well. Is he about? No order whatsoever. Oh, I've got one person back. I can't find him. Who's on there? Liam, how you doing? Can you hear me, Liam? I was live a few minutes ago and no one could hear me. Hi Owen, how are you? Can you hear me? You had problems with sound earlier. I need to know you can hear me. Ah, Karim's back. Good man. And Michelle's back. Guys, can you hear me? Hi Karim, can you hear me? Ah, thank you, Michelle. Eddie's back. Cool. Right. Good. I don't want to block Michelle. I want to like a comment. Right, I was literally on board about 5 minutes ago and no one could hear me. And now I'm back. Karim says he can hear me. Let me just invite those who are on. Utem was on before. And I can't find the other guy. Right, good. Woo! You wait ages for a live and then two come at once. Although the first one weren't working properly. So, I'm back on my bike. I haven't been on here for a while. Utem's back. Good man, Utem. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Everyone else seems to. Yeah, I haven't been around for a little while. I'll explain why later. And it felt weird kind of jumping back on here. It's changed a little bit. Obviously you guys can't see it, but it's changed a little bit. But yeah. And Sarah's back. Oh, I'm glad Sarah's on. Sarah Poynton Ryan's watching. I'll talk a bit more about her later. So yeah, what have I been doing? I've just been sitting here twiddling my thumbs, watching the world go by. Hey Josh, nice to see you on board. No, I've been busy. I've started my own business. My first proper real life business. And yes, don't know, it's exciting, it's challenging, feels like, yeah, I'm in the game, I'm in the business game now. I've tried different things, network marketing, kind of franchise things, but nothing where I've had my name or in, hey Eddie, thanks for jumping back on board. Nothing where I've actually had my business name in, yeah, in company's house. It's there, it's registered, it's got a number. It feels a bit surreal. Since 16, I haven't known what I want to do, but I know the kind of life I didn't want. I didn't want to be working for someone. Karim, I'm going to talk about the business tonight. Yeah, I know I didn't want to work until I was 60 for the same employer. That kind of method's gone and bit the dust now. But I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something different, and I've been searching. For those of you who don't remember, you probably don't remember, there used to be these adverts in Windows where you it was stuff envelopes and then you'd earn all this silly money, and it was just basically a scam. I was looking for any opportunity just to. Oh, Josh has been researching hard. Thanks for jumping on board. Yeah, watch it later if you need to. Yeah, stuff in envelopes. I was trying to find any way to be my own person, to do something different, to earn money, to be in my own business. And yeah, long story short, I'm here. I've started the business. So what is it? What is the business? Shyman Solutions Limited. Why have I called it Shyman Solutions Limited? Well, you all know, well, most of you know, I've kind of tagged myself the Shyman to, hey Kelly, long time. Me and Kelly used to go to school, junior school, years and years. Oh, yeah, years ago. Hey Sam. Sam posted, boy, lots of people on here. This is good. Right, so yes, Shyman. So I've kind of tabbed myself to Shyman to reflect my shyness growing up and kind of, kind of a reminder to myself. I've grown past the shyness. I've moved on so many levels, but um, it's kind of to remind myself where I've come from, to keep me humble, and to have a bit of fun of it as well. So that's where the Shyman comes from. So my business, my kind of vision, my grand vision was like to have a Shyman group of companies, and then have all these different little things going on underneath. That's the big vision. Whether it comes to pass or not, I don't know. But I needed to start the first company. So Shyman Solutions. Why solutions? Because one thing I've learned through my working career and just me generally, I like helping people. It's something that gives me satisfaction, helping people, using my experience, using my knowledge to help others who don't have that experience or knowledge more often in the workplace. So I'm in a position now where I'm working. I've been there nearly 6 years. I've got a wealth of knowledge and experience, and I'm more than happy to share that with people. Coaching, you can call it coaching if you want. Thank you, Utan, for the congratulations. So the Shyman Solutions, although it's going to be starting off. Hi David, how you doing? Um, Although it's going to start off in one specific area, which I'm going to talk about later, it's going to encapsulate different things. I kind of see it as a consultancy, and consultancy, from my idea, is about helping people. So solutions, providing solutions to people's problems. That's the essence of it. So it's going to start off as a consultancy, and then I don't know where it's going to end up. So Shyman Solutions Limited. That's where the name comes from. Um, what is it I'm doing? So I'm going to be doing property sourcing. Now, some of you will know what that is, some of you will not. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. And trust me, it's taken, I say a long time, but I've had to exercise a lot of patience, because I don't know about you, but nowadays there's so many different business opportunities you can get involved with. Public speaking was something I considered. There were other things as well, and there's other things that I want to do in the future. But I needed something that would fit in with my family commitments, fit in with the season of life I'm in having a full-time job. I needed something that would enable me to earn enough money to have the option whether to stay full-time or to go part-time or to leave work completely, and to do many of the other things I want to do. Some of those ones, watch one of my first videos, why. Some of the things I want to get on board. I want to make a mark in education. I want to change the game of education. I'm so dissatisfied with the general state education I had, my daughter had, and my children potentially can have. And I want to make a big move. I want to make a move in Black history, having resources available. Thanks, Simon, for joining. Yeah, it'd be good to catch up with you, Owen. I haven't spoken to you for a while. Thanks for joining. Thanks for jumping on board for the few minutes that you have. I want to make a move with providing online materials for people who want to learn about Black history, and I want to get involved in coaching, mentoring young people, old people, to break through their fears, to break through the things that have held them back. So there's loads of things I want to get involved with, but I needed that vehicle to get me going. And after a lot of research and a lot of searching around, I came across property sourcing. So property sourcing, essentially what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be reaching out to people who have got problems with their properties. So they fall into two categories. So there's people residential, so perhaps they're having problems selling their property, perhaps they've had a divorce, perhaps there's been a death in the family, and they want to get rid of their property. It could be negative equity as well. So they're having problems selling their property through the traditional means. Into that bracket also found you get landlords. Two kind of brackets I put that in. One is those who just can't rent their property, having problems renting out the property. Number two are being a landlord brings a lot of pressures with it. So you've got people. Whenever you deal with people, there's always issues. But with property, it could be multiple repairs, refurbishment, tenants who are not satisfactory, trash the place, a number of things. So I'm looking to help people who've got problems, like I said, hence the name Shyman Solutions. And I've found out about a number of ways that I can help these people ways they may have not considered before, ways they may not even know about, and I can help them put together a proposal to them that can show them a way that I can alleviate their problems and guarantee them, in some cases, guarantee the rent and take the hassle away from them. So once I've spoken to this set of people over here, my left, your right, and I've found the people and I say, yeah, we like what you're saying, we like what you're doing, help us. Then over here, my right, your left, I've got people who are looking to invest, put money into property, but haven't got the time to do it, or maybe have the time but don't know about certain ways of earning regular income at a much better rate that you're going to get in the bank. Eddie's got to jump off. Eddie, watch the replay. Chat to me about it at work. Thanks for joining. So I've got two camps, and I am the person in the middle bringing these two people together. So it's what's called a win-win-win situation. So the people to my left, your right, they win. They get their property sold. They get their property rented out. The people over here, my right, your left. Hey James, thanks for joining. They win. They find a place to put their money in where they're going to get good returns. And I'm here. I win. I take a fee for my time helping people to my left and the people to the right. I'm not ripping off people. Anyone who knows me, I'm not about that at all. I'm about doing things properly, doing things professionally, and doing things in the right way to help people. So all the figures have got to stack up, but there are ways that people to my left can win, people to my right can win, and I can win. And that's essentially it. In a nutshell, that's what I'm doing. You can call it a brokerage, you can call it man in the middle. I'm just finding the properties, finding the people with these problems, finding investors who haven't got time or don't know where to invest their money, or want to invest their money in a range of different investment vehicles. And I'm just bringing the two people together. Person A, person B, do you both like what I'm proposing? Right. I'll step out, you guys talk it through, and I'll take a fee for providing you with this service. And that's what it is. Why do I like this business? Number one, it relies on me for the most part to get out and find those two sets of people. I've been wanting to do something for myself for years, many years, and this gives me the opportunity to go there. I've always worked hard, I've always had a hard work mentality, and this gives me the opportunity to do this and do something for myself and do things properly. I've worked in small businesses, I've worked in large businesses where people want to cut corners. People will just do anything so what they're doing, what they can achieve is fit. Doesn't matter how it affects everyone else. Excuse me. And I'm fed up of it. I'm fed up of going through that. Then you add in the company politics, the people playing the power games, the people who who don't mind stamping on each other's foot, stabbing people in the back, being nice to your face. Hey Louise, thanks for joining. People being nice to your face, but they're talking behind your back. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of it. This gives me the opportunity and there's not to say I'm not going to have hassles from people, but I'm in control of it. It's my business. It's my driver. It's my baby. If I don't put in the effort, I won't get the results. If I put in the effort, which I'm prepared to, I've been putting in the effort for other people for so many years. Yes, they've been paying me. It's not all been one way. I've been getting a return for that. But this is a chance to do it for myself. And I've been waiting for this opportunity for years, and it's finally here. And yeah, I'm just excited to get going with it. So it gives me the opportunity to do that. It gives me flexibility of when I do it. I can commit a few hours a week during lunchtimes, in the evenings, in the weekends, and allow me to build a business. It's not full time. It can be full time, but it's not a full time commitment at the moment. It utilizes the internet, social media, which is, again, this is a time saving thing. Emails, I can send out text messages before I go to work, and people could be responding to me during the day while I'm at work. Obviously, I'm not gonna be answering those messages at work because I've still got a job to do. So it utilizes that as well. It enables me to start up with minimal resources. I'm not having to invest in properties for myself. I'm not having to get a mortgage out. I'm just helping two sets of people. Hey Fran, how you doing? So for that, it's a much lower startup cost rather than me starting to go to buy my own, get my own buy to let properties, for example, or invest in properties to refurbish them and sell them on. Um, and yeah, and it's something that I believe people have a need for. It's providing something that people have a need for, a genuine need for. I could be helping some people who are in some really, really bad situations, going through a divorce, having to deal with probate, who their emotions are just in another place and they just want to get rid of this property. They need the money, and I can be there to help them, provide for them a credible a solution for them that can help them, win, help the person who's putting the money in to win, and it can help me win as well. And no one's getting burned, no one's getting ripped off, and I like that. The other thing I've been fortunate to find is I've done some training over this. So a couple of weeks ago, I went to Milton Keynes. I passed through London, which was great because I got to see some of my family. But I went to Milton Keynes for 2 days. I've invested money into this. I've been looking around for a company to train with for a while. There's a lot of property training companies out there, and as with anything with companies with a marketplace, there's some good companies and there's some bad companies, as with anything. But I wanted to do this properly. Um, yes, I could have gone on Google and researched it and what have you, but I wanted to have that real life face to face training with someone, and I believe I found that company, company called Intelligent Property Academy. Um, I was trained by Sarah Ponton-Ryan. If she's still on this live, she joined earlier. She's been doing this for a year, just over a year. And that's another thing. You can actually do this from abroad as well with the world of communications and technology. Um, I've had it in my heart to travel abroad at one point, not just travel for a little bit, maybe live abroad for 6 months perhaps. And this will give me the option to do that. Um, and she's been doing it. She's been doing it, and now she's again, she likes helping people. So now she's incorporated the training side of it. So we was there for 2 days, crammed in so much information in those 2 days. But the thing I liked what they're doing, they do it properly. So now I haven't actually started going in terms of contacting people because I've been setting up the limited company, and now I've got to go through the compliancy because I'm going to be talking to people about money, and money will be exchanging hands. I've got to sign up for money laundering. I've got to set up for data protection. I'm going to be registered with a redress like a property ombudsman. I'm doing this properly, and the great thing is they taught us, me and the other people, how to do it properly. There are people doing this who are not being compliant, like with other areas or other industries. They're taking shortcuts. They're just wanting to get up and get going. I like to do things properly. I want people to know when they're dealing with me, they're dealing with someone who cares about them, who's professional, who will do their utmost to help them. And I'm going to be fully regulated. I'm going to have all the insurances I need. So that's taken me a little bit of time to get going with. But once I'm up and running, it was all going to be done properly. So I'm very grateful to Sarah, and thank you, Sarah, if you're still on here, and thank you to your company for teaching me the right way. So, as a prelude to this Facebook Live, I put a quote by Michelle Raymond. Michelle is someone who we joined a speaking program at the same time, and we got to know each other and been WhatsApping each other. And she's given me a lot of advice. If any of you guys need help with HR, she has her own HR company. I personally vouch for her. I haven't used her HR services, but I've used her as a person to go to for advice, and she's been excellent. She's been excellent. So the company name I think is the People's Partner. So yeah, check her out, and yeah, she's been amazing. To be honest, she's shown me how to manage business and work. So I've told my employer what I was doing. I've spoken to a lady in HR. I've sought to seek acceptance and letting them know that what I'm doing is not going to interfere with my work, because I have to respect my work. They're my employers, they pay my wages, they pay me to do a job. So I've gone about the right way, but it was Michelle who encouraged me to do that, or told me exactly how to go about doing that. So I'm very grateful to Michelle for that. So they know what I'm doing. And the lady I spoke to, she said, that's fine, good luck with it. So I've got the okay from them. So I'm just getting things on the way. So yeah, sorry, Michelle made a quote to me, said basically slow motion is better than no motion. Yes, it rhymes, it sounds nice, but just listen to the words. Slow motion is better than no motion. And why did she say that to me? And why am I sharing this with you? So, obviously, I've been in 2 days training. I'm buzzing. I want to get going straight away. I want to start the business like yesterday. I want to go at it hard time 24/7 if I could. But no, I can't. One, I've got a full-time job that pays my wages, which I'm grateful for. Two, I've got a family. I've got 3 children. I've got a wife. I've got my commitments to my family. I've got my commitments to my church. So I can't go at it as fast as I want. And I'm the kind of person who just once got something in here, I just want to do it. I just want to do it and do it. And usually looking back at myself and reflecting on my actions, I usually do a lot of effort and then maybe not do anything for a while, and do lots of effort and I don't do anything for a while. And what I'm learning to do is taking small steps consistently. One of the key things that happened with this training is one of the last things we've done was list 30 things, 30 steps that we're going to take in our business. And the goal was to do one of those each day. And that's what I've been doing. I've been doing small, consistent steps every day. Am I moving as fast as I want to? No, definitely not. Will I still get to where I want to if I continue doing this way? Yes, I will. Even if it takes me a bit longer than when I want to. So although I'm not moving as fast as I'm wanting to, I'm moving. Call it slow, call it medium, call it fast, I am moving. And thank you, if Karim says good advice. Thank Michelle, she gave me the advice. I've asked her, can I reuse it? So I'm moving. And that's it's a change in mentality for me, but I'm capable. We're all capable of humans of changing our mentality. Someone who's smoking and wants to stop smoking has to be a change of mental attitude. So it's capable of doing it. And I know myself, I know what I'm like, so I've got like this internal battle against myself. I've got like the old me who just wants to go do the usual, do everything at once, stay up all night and do everything. And I've got the old me saying, no, just stay in your track, just commit, just get one thing done. It could be a phone call. I did make a phone call to get an insurance quote and I'm waiting for them to come back to me. I've taken some action and I'm tracking my progress. So no, I'm not moving as fast as I want to. And there's other people in the group who are. There's one guy who's all set up and he's good to go. He's probably in different circumstances to me. So I admire him. It's great what he's done, but I don't beat myself up and think, oh, why am I not there? I'm just taking those plodding. Was it Aesop's fable? That's the hare and the tortoise. The hare bombs off or whatever. Thinks he's going to win, and the tortoise just moves slowly, consistently, and he ends up winning the race. Now I'm not in a race with other people in the training. We've all got our own race, and we all finish when we need to finish. The most important thing is we do finish. So I'm taking small, consistent steps in this business. So I've never had my own limited company before, so I've had to set up my own little limited company. There's things you have to do for that. Some of the things I'm having to do is I've got to get a website together, because that's just a vital piece of information now. Back in the day, businesses used to have their address and their telephone number, and now you've got your address, your telephone number, and the website. It's just the way it is nowadays. So, and James, if you're on here, thank you for the help. James is an online digital consultant, and he's been helping me, giving me advice on how to do that. I've got the email set up. I've got to get think about things like another telephone number, a Facebook page now, a Facebook business. Yeah, Michelle says consistency and persistency. Consistency and persistency. I've got to think about getting a Facebook page, business page set up. These things take time. I've got to get regulated. Cousin Kwa, how you doing, sir? These things take time. So I'm just doing these small, steady steps. I've got to get regulated to make sure when I start speaking to people that I'm compliant and everything to do so. So I'm hoping to get that done this weekend. But things haven't gone to plan. I planned to do it last weekend, but because the limited company wasn't set up yet in Company's House, I couldn't do it. But the great thing was having those 30 steps. Yeah, I could have been disappointed. I could have beaten myself up. I could have spent the rest of the afternoon miserable, but I didn't. I just moved on to something else on my list. There's plenty of other, and slowly and surely, there's other things going to be um, added in. The one thing I've got to be, what's the first thing you have to do tomorrow? Michelle says. The very, very, very first thing I've got to do is get up, have a shower, and do my Bible reading and prayers. And then after that, what am I doing tomorrow? If I get to bed at a reasonable time, I'm gonna sign up with probably something like the HMRC for my money laundering. Now I've got the business set up. So small, specific steps. If it doesn't go to plan, I just move on to something else on my list. The key thing for me now is I've got to manage the cost. For some of you on here are business owners, so you already know what I'm talking about. And in the early days, it can just seem like after cost after cost after cost can just mount up, and I'm just what's the word I'm looking for? Not deciphering. I can't remember. I use the word all the time. Anyway, I'm trying to show some wisdom and what is essential for me now and what I can add to later. So, for example, the website, I'm just going to set up a basic free website for now, and then as and when the money comes in, I can invest more money. Maybe I don't need a telephone line for now. Maybe I can just do with my mobile. It's kind of conversations like that I'm having with myself. Um, Otherwise, yeah, I can have everything, and it could all be look glossy and that. But if no money's coming in, we all know what's going to happen. Um, so that's the kind of challenges I'm facing at the moment. Challenges trying to manage it all with family and work and what have you, and just taking the steps to actually get the business going. But I'll get there. And the good thing with this business is the consultancy fees I can get are, excuse me, they're good. They're good. For me, they'll enable me to take me to the next level, to give me the option to give up full time work, to give me the option to give up work completely, if I can get these deals going regularly and consistency. But small baby steps first. May fall down a few times, but I'll soon get on my feet, and then hopefully in the not too distant future, I'll be running with this thing, and then all the other things I want to do can take off from there. So I'm really excited about it. I'm like I say, I've got a battle with myself to not go into the old mode, and the other thing I've got to have is focus. Focus. Um, there's so many distractions around nowadays, and I'm really having to discipline myself to focus on my business. There's a saying amongst business owners or strategists, and there's working on your business and working in your business. So, for example, if I'm a butcher, if I'm working in my business, I'm in the shop. I'm selling meat every day. Working on my business, things like strategy, things like networking to build my business. Maybe about opening up more butcher shops. That's working in your business. You spend too much time working on your business, it can cripple you. It can stunt growth. It can stunt future profits. You spend too much time out and about networking, strategizing, writing plans down, and you're not on your business, then you're not going to have no money coming in. Yes, when you're at a stage, you can employ people to work in your business while you focus on the business. But I'm starting out. I'm doing both. I've got all heads up. I'm the finance department. I'm the marketing department. I'm the HR department. Business owners on here know what I'm talking about. I'm everything wrapped into one. But the great thing is I have got support. I've got support from Sarah. I've got support from the Intelligent Property Academy. We've got a Facebook group going, and yeah, Karim, you couldn't put it better. Exciting times ahead. Exciting times ahead. What am I going to do when I get this money? Like I say, I'm gonna my dream is to spend more time at home, spend more time with the children, with the family, spend more time, put more money into church, put more money into charities, put more money into mentoring, put more money into other things I want to do. Um, I said recently on one of my Facebook, I think it was on Facebook Lives, or when I was in conversation with someone, I want to earn a good sum of money, not because I need a good sum of money. I want to be able to use money as a resource, use it for good, share it with people, share it with charities, sh- um, help people. I just want to use it to help people. I've got to help myself first and my family, but I want to use it. I want to be earning good money, and there's nothing wrong with that if it's going to be used for good purposes. So um, that's it. That's Shyman Solutions. It's your director, the Shyman, David Daniels. I'm in business. Um, yeah, James says, I like it, mate. My head feels like it's going to fall off every day. Laugh out loud. Work on your business instead of in it. Yeah, James, I've got to do both and more at the moment. Um, because at some point I'm going to have to get on the phone and get on the internet, start finding these people who need this help. Just at the moment, the key thing for me, I just want to get myself compliant and get all that. And it's only going on a website and registering. It's nothing too complex in. But the word I was looking for earlier was discern. I've got to discern what costs to take on now and what costs to take on later. I knew I'd find that word. I've been using that a lot at the moment. So I've got to work in all areas at the moment until I'm up on my feet and getting going. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to be sharing this part of the journey with you guys, and at some point when I'm up and running, hopefully I can maybe help some of your friends or people in situations. Things will happen. I just got to get that ball rolling. So 10th of October was the incorporation date for Shyman Consultancy. I've got the wrong name. Talking about consultancy, yeah. Originally, I was going to call the name. I was going to call it Shyman, something like Shyman Sourcing or Shyman Property Sourcing. So you knew exactly there'll be a clue in the title. But I just see this as one way to help people, and there's many other ways I want to help people. So Shyman Solutions kind of encapsulates it. It doesn't restrict me as such. I just do the property sourcing. It could be consultancy in there. It could be coaching in there. Maybe I need to split them off into different businesses. I don't know at the moment. Um, that that can all come later. Me and my usual head, I wanted to have the whole vision mapped out. The Shyman group of companies, and I've got Shyman Sourcing here, and then Shyman Speaks, which would have been my public speaking or speaking, and then Shyman Consultancy, and then I don't know, Prosper Education, and all these. I've got all these names and things whizzing around my head, but a good friend of mine just said, "Look, just get started with the one, and you can sort that all out from there." I was asking him questions like, "Well, how does Tesco structure his business? You got Tesco Holdings, and then you got Tesco," and he must be thinking, "What's this guy?" Just start with one thing. But there are some things in life that you need to. There are some things in life that you need to have. You need to think forward before you think back. But in this case, I didn't. I just needed to get going with the business. If I want to open up another business limited, I can do that or whatever. Let the accountants or whatever sort that out later. I just need to get going with that. So thank you for all of you who have helped me on this journey. The majority of you are not on this and may not even get to watch this. I was hoping in some way you'll know how much your help has been to me. Thank you for you guys who have been on this live. A lot of you have spoken to me personally. Nearly everyone I've had a conversation with about my journey, about my progress, and yeah, I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you all, and yeah, watch this space. Oh, sorry. The other thing I wanted to share, yeah, because of me starting the business, that's the other thing. As we all have a challenge with, is with time. Time is yeah. If anyone knows how to buy some time, let me know. So one thing we haven't managed to do, we've got time-saving appliances, we've got time-saving apps and things like that. But yeah, to actually just buy time as a resource, that's the thing I'm having a challenge with, the time. And so some things I've got to change, and one of the things I've got to change is my Facebook Live, the frequency. I've already said it a few weeks ago. I'm not going to be Facebooking live Monday to Friday anymore. I need to be working on my business. I need to have the focus on my business, and I'm grateful to Utam for this, speaking into this for me about maybe changing the format of things, maybe going to a podcast, maybe doing a recorded video someone suggested and putting it up. So last weekend I kind of put a little poll out on Facebook about what people would like to see for Seas of Wisdom in the future. I've got to go back over the responses. Thank you for those who responded, and if you still want to respond, yeah, let me know. What would you like to see? Would you like to see me a podcast, a pre-recorded video, Facebook Live, and kind of like what time would you like to see me on? I want to reach as many people as possible live because it brings a different dynamic to when you're watching it recorded. And most people, I think, said they still want me to do the Facebook Lives, and times varied, but earlier than I've been doing them. So I'm going to spend some time analysing the results. But I think it's going to be a Facebook Live. It's going to probably be a once a week, maybe an hour long show, if you like, Shyman show. I don't know. But it's probably going to be once a week. I aim to do it on the Mondays, but weeks can change for me in terms of what I'm doing. So I'll review it week to week. But it's probably going to be once a week, Facebook Live, me carry on talking about bringing Seeds of Wisdom, things that are on my heart, things I feel I've got a voice in, things I feel I've got to share. The great thing is the earlier is good as you get seen to get more. Yeah, I agree with that, definitely, Karim. I think the late night Facebook Live days are over for my own sanity, I think, and for to reach more people. Yeah, right, Karim. See, Karim says Facebook Lives are good as there's more interactive, and then James says podcasts will get the message to more people. You see, there are pros and cons to both. I may do both in the future because I really love podcasts. I'm into one called The Rising Generation by Errol Lawson. I'm listening to that every day. It's about people who have got Christian faith and they're mixing it or running it alongside business, and I'm learning so much from that. So yeah, I think podcasts absolutely, James, are fantastic, and I'd love to be able to do something with podcasts in the future. I'll let that one play itself out. But I think for now, I think most of the people said the Facebook Lives. I think it's because of that interaction. So I think it's going to be a Facebook Live. I'm planning for it to be on a Monday, time to be confirmed, but it's going to be earlier than I usually do them. And I'll announce it on Facebook like beforehand or what have you. And guys, if you've got any subjects you want me to speak on, please let me know. The great thing for me, I've got pages and pages of stuff I want to speak about. Stuff I think, yeah, this is going to be good. I think people are going to respond to this. I've got loads of stuff. But if there's stuff you wanted to talk to me about, let me know. Karim, I've done it for you. You know, I've talked about he had one of relationships, which I kind of dwelt on for quite a while. But I think when I did it, it ended up being about a 3-part series, kind of my first series. I really am proud of that. Talking about some deep relationships I had, and yeah, Karim, I know you got the value out of it. And be careful what you say to me because I may use it in a Facebook Live. With your permission, of course, ask Michelle. We can just be having a conversation. I hear something I like, I hear a quote you like, and I'll think, yeah, I'm going to use that with your permission. So every day I'm getting new stuff. Every day it's fantastic. So don't worry about the subject matter running out. Well, I'm doing it, and that's another reason I wanted to do it less. I think, yeah, I was spraying out the seeds of wisdom before, but before you could kind of take in what I said and meditate on it, it's like I've got another one and I've got another one, and it's important to give ourselves time to think, and I'm learning that, especially being in business now. In terms of thinking and strategizing, it's good to make time for that, thinking things through. If you've got a challenge, thinking things through about solutions and coming to a decision. So yeah, I'm hoping by doing it once a week. Maybe you could plan it in your diary. I don't know. Will there be like a Facebook Live Radio Times one day where you can just see who's got what Facebook Live on for the week, and then you can yeah. Will there be a Sky Plus for Facebook Live? I'm thinking ahead. But yeah, just so you can guys can plan it in, and more of you can join, the better for me. keeps me grounded. It keeps me grounded. Keeps me what's it called? On my toes. That's the one. On my toes, so to speak. So I'm gonna love you and leave you. I've got to spend some time with my wife tonight. We haven't caught up much in terms of conversation because of work and school. My boys at school a lot more, and that's the other thing as well. I'm not seeing a lot of my family, and life's too short, and I feel like I need to do something to try and break that routine and spend more time with my family and spend more time with friends and family that I don't see very often. Spend time helping others who are in a far worse situation than I've been. Have had far less to resources and family around them, and giving them a helping hand. There's so much I want to do, but it's all around time. So that's it. That's Shyman Solutions. What do I do? There's something called an elevator pitch for you those who've been networking. It's describe what you do in 60 seconds. So I'm working on that. So I help people who are having problems with selling or renting their property, giving them a alternative solution, and I help people who want to invest money. I put the two people together. Bob's your uncle, you know the rest. That's me, David Daniels, Shyman Property Solutions. Thank you all. Love you. See you later.